Well, good evening, baseball fans. It's been a few days, but there you go. So the rosters are done for the APA Bats roster set, the pre-expansion roster set, 1875 to 1960. And for those of you who may have missed it, and you're a member of the Discord, I also put up the huge player database from which I drew these players and put them onto their rosters. So you can find that. It's both an Excel format as well as a comma delimited format or CSV format. If you want to use it for as a team importation tool, you've got to use the CSV format. I'm sure for Excel, there's probably some other applications for it. I have no idea. I also have a couple tutorials. It's the second tutorial about mass importing players into Out of Park Baseball. If you're interested in making your own league and you want complete control over what players go where, you can do that. That tutorial works whether you're using fictional teams with real players or you're using real team names. So if anybody wants a full beginning to end coherent tutorial about that, I will do it. So I'm just waiting for a few minutes for Cousin Ken to come on, and there he is. See that? It's the way it works. So now all I'm doing is fine tuning this thing, but everything is done. It was a lot of work, but it was certainly worth it, guys. And if you really want to explore out of the park baseball, this is a wonderful way to do it because this was the missing piece, right? Because working with teams from all eras, really simple. But by doing this, you can pretty much decide what years you want, what players you want. And this is something that we can definitely do McGreevy in or anything we want. So, with Action PC Baseball, you have to have every season installed if you want to do McGreevy or have those seasons, which I do, but I wanted to do this in Out of the Park Baseball, and it's done. And I'm very happy. So Ken, that's going to be probably around Black Friday. So hang in. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is export these rosters and make it put it in Out of the Park 23 format, and then I'll get it to you. Okay. And then once you have it there, actually, what I'll do, I don't even have to do the rosters. What I'll do is I'm going to import it. Like I have to do that part. So I'll bring it into Out of the Park 23, save it as a quick start, and then send it to you as a quick start. And it's really easy to load in, and it'll be ready to rock for you. And then once you get Out of the Park 24, all you do is just move the game forward. That's simple. So give me another few days to tweak it up and everything, and I'll put it in Out of the Park 23 format, and you got it. But yeah, this it usually around Christmas it usually goes on sales for like $5.95. Um, and I'm telling you, if anybody you get that player database that I put, basically what it gives you is the player's baseball reference ID, which you need, his full name, his rookie year, and his final year. So really nice. Saves a lot of time going to baseball reference and having to type in, each player and blah blah blah. This would have taken forever. And then you just copy it into a text file, import it. As long as you've named the teams, use that three-letter team abbreviation, whatever. Everybody goes where they're supposed to. So I'll kind of show you here before we play a game. So for right now, if we just go to the team home screen for the Senators and say we look at lineups, there is everybody, and the lineups are already set. So you've got Clyde Milan, Sam Rice, Goose Goslin, Roy Seaver, Cecil Travis, Joe Cronin, Buddy Meyer, Muddy Rule. And then, of course, your rotation is also going to be set. Um, Wherever it is, it's here. But anyhow, so, and that's with any teams. I haven't decided what teams I'm going to do tonight yet. We will soon. There's everybody with the Tigers: Cobb, Veach, Geringer, Heilman, Crawford, Ray Boone, Johnny Bassler, Frank Bowling. Remember, this set, guys, is 1875 to 1960. So no Alan Trammell on this team or Sweet Lou Whitaker. But you could easily, if you have the Bats 2 roster or anything that you've seen out there, you can create it in Out of the Park Baseball. That's simple. Hey. Oh, you bet, cousin. Dwayne, I sent you a message back about ballparks. You also have to make sure, do you know how to do the PRK file? Is it possible to run a quick sim? You mean like right now? Yeah, I could. It is definitely, again, it's not tweaked up yet, but yeah, we definitely could run a quick sim just to see who does what. I think I have all the lineups and everything set for the teams. Dwayne, I've got to show you something though, because it's not just about doing a home park. Okay. So when you're on the home screen of any team and you go to settings, okay, of course, here's your modified team logos, and I'm checking to make sure I have the Tigers and high socks. Got to have those high socks, or it just doesn't count. Yep, there we go. All right, so when you go to edit ballpark, there's two steps you have to do to get it to look like the ballpark you're trying to import. So first will be your 3D model, so you know how to do that. But I'll show you anyhow. So you have to be on that team's home screen and then settings. So you can see this is already have nave and field here. So you would load 3D model. After you load in the 3D model, though, and I haven't set up any cameras or anything yet, then, Dwayne, you've got to go back to Park Profile. Okay, but I got to make sure this is the part that you got too. So when you go to Park Profile, okay, you go over here to Actions, and you go down here and you see where it says Manually Import Data. Data from file into this park. Don't do the automatic. It just never works the way you'd like it. You go to manually import data. So what I'm looking for is nave and field, and I can't remember what nave and field I chose for this, but anyhow, let me just show you where that file is, because without that, this really doesn't mean anything. Okay, so you're going to look when you go into the nave and field or whatever ballpark it is, Dwayne, you want to look for the PRK. So under here it says Naven underbar field dot PRK. When you click that and you click load, then that will load in the park factors for that year. So that's a step a lot of people forget. They'll just load in the 3D model and just go, but you need the park factors. So that's how you do it. Wasn't sure if you knew how to do it, but there you go. So if you have any other questions about out of the park, I will certainly do my best to answer them as time goes on. Yeah, I wouldn't use. Yeah, the auto can be a little bit dodgy. I just prefer to just manually import parks. Now, if I was doing something like a 76 team, I forget how many teams this allows in a tournament, something as large, let's say, as Chris Slovic did, then I might consider the auto import. But with this, I was only working with 16 teams, so it was just easy enough to just go manually, and I had on some good music in the background. Actually, sometimes I was listening to your broadcasts and doing this too. So I'm glad it's done. I can't wait to play it. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's what I was doing. Also, the what didn't work. I sent. I can't read. Okay, good. Appreciate that. So Ken, I bought Dead Ball Baseball. I tried. I should show you that again sometime. I tried that thing, that website, and I keep getting this weird error. So hopefully, there's supposed to be a way on the Dead Ball actual site to do that, but I can't find it. But it explains how to do team generation. So I just bought the PDF version right now. Is yeah. But good news is I'm now full time at FedEx, so I'll be able to do a lot more stuff, which I'm looking forward to, including getting a new PC and using this one strictly for music applications. So yay! But I picked up Dead Ball Baseball, excited to play it. The cards and dice bug is biting me, man. Pocket Pennant Run and National Pastime Next Generation Plus, now Dead Ball Baseball, the one that ID Jester did on his channel a few years ago. So I don't know. I may go back and say, you know what, I might do some cards and dice on this channel. We'll see. But I'll probably do it Dwayne Martz style. I'm not going to do it like our Red Sox fan style or ID Jester style and roll dice like that. I'm not going to do that on camera. The only time I want people looking at my hands is when I'm doing magic. So there we go. If you play a game with bats, you record it and use it for your league. Not tonight, but whenever. So yeah, the auto wasn't working. Yeah, I always do manual, man. Took you hours to figure it out. And you know what? I've done a tutorial on ballpark imports on my channel, so I don't remember when, But yeah, I've done that. I've been promising, and I really got to do it. A from the beginning to the end, out of the park, super deep dive. The problem with it is, well, it would have to be a series of videos. So I'm gonna try to do it because the one that they have is just not like a lot of it is for people playing GM stuff, which I don't. So mine is going to be more if you want to be a field manager, creating your own teams, what have you. Hey, there's Dan Burke, my favorite Irishman, and with us a while. Yeah, it's definitely there, Dwayne. Damn it. Oh well. Anyhow, let's do a bats game. Let's do a bats game. And let's play an exhibition. Ba-da-da-ba-ba, exhibition game because I think I have everything set up. Let's do the American League tonight because we've been doing National League. So I'm thinking Indians at. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let's do Red Sox and Yankees. All right, so we'll make the Yankees the visitors, the Red Sox the home team, and let's play. And we'll see how this all works. All right. So again, this is the Bats file. Cousin Ken had sent me the PDF to it. I have it in Baseball for Windows, but it was really nice of him to send it to me and asked, thought it would be really cool to convert it, which I did. And having it was really in that format. And then, again, I've done a tutorial on how to do it, and I also put a huge player database up there. It's everybody who's played baseball from 1871 to, I think, 2022. So you could create anything you want. All right, let's get started here and have a little bit of fun. All right, for the pre-expansion New York Yankees, we have leading off at second base, Joe Gordon, batting second. At shortstop, the Scooter, Call the Money Store, Phil Rizzuto, batting third and playing left field. The Bambino, batting cleanup, the Yankee Clipper in center field, batting fifth, and catching Bill Dickey, batting sixth, and right field, Roger Maris. This is such a deep lineup. Batting seventh at first base, Lou Gehrig. Batting eighth, third baseman Red Rolfe, and starting for the New York Yankees in this exhibition game will be Jack Cheesebro. For the hometown Boston Red Sox, leading it off here at the hot corner, Jimmy Collins. Batting second at shortstop, Johnny Pesky. Batting third in left field, the splendid Splinter himself. Batting cleanup at first base, Buck Freeman. Batting fifth, right fielder, Jackie Jensen. Batting sixth at second base, Bobby Doerr. Batting seventh and catching, Bill Kerrigan. Batting eighth and playing center field, Dom DiMaggio. And batting ninth and starting tonight, Smokey Joe Wood. Looks like it's going to be a fun one. I didn't set my favorite above third camera view, so mea culpa on that, guys. Again, I'm still working out the kinks in this thing. Making sure that everything is working just fine. So let's get to the ball game. And I have to fix the sound, of course. There we go. All right, we can leave this for the pitch. I don't even know what it's doing here. I have no idea. Oh, wide TV. Okay. The initial and pitch, we're going to leave it wide TV. And action, I don't know what the default camera is going to look like, but we're going to give it a go. All right, here we go. So Joe Gordon to lead it off here for the New York Yankees. And Smokey Joe Wood will finish his warm-up pitches. And let's take a buzz around Fenway Park. Sparse crowd today for this exhibition game. And we are ready for the first pitch. Here's the one. Well, actually the fourth pitch. And Joe Gordon swings. And this one out to center field. Shallow center. And coming in on it and making the catch is Joe DiMaggio for one out. Let's see if we can get down a little bit closer to the field. That's a bit up there, isn't it? I wonder what wide 2 camera is. I have no idea. We'll find out. All right, here's the Scooter. Phil Rizzuto, Joe Wood into his wine, and the 0-1 pitch to the Scooter. That's a good one. And this one popped on the infield, and waving everybody else and pulling it down is Buck Freeman. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Yankees here in the top of the first, and it brings up this guy named Babe Ruth. All right. Here's the wind and the pitch to Ruth. Ruth swings and misses. The Yankees go in order. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's the Yankees nothing and the Red Sox coming to bat. Ken Castro says this is going to be great if you can incorporate games into your actual league with this. I don't see why you couldn't. All right, leading off here, Hall of Famer Jimmy Collins. Jack Cheesebro ready to deal. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Collins swings, and this one just a little soft blooper to short, and Phil Rizzuto making a nice play on that. One away now for the shortstop, Johnny Pesky. Cheesebro peers in, has the sign from catcher Bill Dickey. Here is the delivery to Pesky. Pesky swings. This one just popped in the infield, twisting foul, and in first base territory, making the catch is Bill Dickey, tossing aside the mask. So 2 up, 2 down here for Boston in the bottom of the first, and it brings up Ted Williams. Lefty waits. Here's the pitch. Williams' first pitch swinging, and this one a high fly ball, deep center field, but short of the track. And making the catch is Joe DiMaggio. So the Red Sox go 1-2-3. We go to the top of the second inning. We are scoreless at Fenway. It'll be Joe DiMaggio, Bill Dickey, and Roger Maris due up. Smokey Joe Wood with the 0-2 pitch to the Yankee Clipper. And this one a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Nice pitch there by Smokey Joe. Here's Bill Dickey now. Joe Wood with the 2-2 pitch to Dickey. Dickey swings, and this one lined to center field, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So the Yankees picking up their first hit of the game is this one played on the hop by Don DiMaggio in center field, and here's Roger Maris. Maris tearing it up in Dwayne Mart's 1961 Braves and Yankees replay. Joe Wood deals. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And called strike 3. Maris caught looking. So you're going to see some of these ratings are going to look a little bit suspect. That's because it hasn't done a spring training or anything yet. So the scouting has to get better. So Ken, for you, when you play this, you want to play out spring training because it adjusts ratings. Right now, if you saw in the roster that the scouting accuracy was very, very low. That's because it's a new league. We just did the inaugural draft, so it's treating these players as all new players. All right, good song, Smokey Joe's Cafe, says Dwayne. All right, Joe Wood deals. Here's the 0-1 pitch, the Iron Horse, and what's this? We have us a wild pitch. So Bill Kerrigan, by the time he gets to the backstop, his counterpart behind the plate, Bill Dickey, is in scoring position. 2 away, the Iron Horse back in, and the 3-1 pitch to Gehrig, and Gehrig takes outside for ball 4. So Smokey Joe Wood giving up the walk here. And the Yankees with 2 on, 2 down in the top of the second, and it brings up the third baseman, Red Rolfe. I always thought if they ever did a historic Yankees movie back in the day, at least, Red Rolfe could have been played by Robert Redford. There's a resemblance there. Pretty interesting in some of the pictures. A very, very good third baseman. Somebody we should probably feature tonight would be Red Rolfe. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And big swing and a miss. So the Yankees get 2 on, but do nothing with them. We go to the bottom of the second, and we're scoreless here at Fenway. So Cousin Ken says, get this, at the university that your son teaches and wife works, they're offering a senior economics seminar course using Strat as its focus. Wow. The syllabus says each student will draft a team and use monetary values to guide their team. Oh, I want to take that class. I want to take that. I don't know if that's an undergrad. Is that an undergrad? Yeah. Oh, geez, I can't take it. I have a master's. I can't go back and take it. That'd be fun. If they did it online, I would sign up. All right, here's Buck Freeman, followed by Jackie Jensen and Bobby Doerr. Jack Cheesebro with the full count. Payoff pitch. Freeman, swing and a miss. And that was just good old-fashioned fastball there. So Cheesebro picks up his first strikeout of the game, and Jackie Jensen now will bat for the Red Sox. The 1-2 pitch to Jensen. Jensen swings. This one just a dribbler to second, gloving it over there in plenty of time is Joe Flash Gordon. And they get Jensen by a stride. So 2 up, 2 down. I should add, guys, that the players on these teams, They're full rosters, but these were selected by APA, so not by yours truly. But I think this is a really nice set, and Ken has been playing it, cards and dice, and absolutely loving it. And this would give him the opportunity to, even if you wanted, instead of shuffling the cards, even if you wanted to redraft these guys using out of the park baseball, Ken, you could even just rearrange your cards if you never wanted to like use this for that. It'd be a great just drafting tool, which of course you can use digital diamond for it too, but I think it's a little easier to do it in out of the park once you have the players there. All right, here is the 3-0 pitch to Bobby Doerr. Doerr swinging, and he's got some good contact on that, but Ruth after that liner and takes care of it in front of that famous scoreboard out in left field here, all dented up and signed by everybody who played left field in Boston. All right, we go to the top of the third. Still no score. And for the Yankees, it'll be Jack Cheesebro, Joe Gordon, and Phil Rizzuto. Smokey Joe Wood has set down 4 Yankees in this game, and he's walked 1. 3-1 pitch now to Cheesebro. Cheesebro takes outside. Ball 4. Good eye up there. He was a pretty good hitting pitcher. So he will get to first. And we're back at the top of the order. Second baseman, Joe Gordon. Fine defensive second baseman, Joe Gordon. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging. This one is high, but I don't think it's deep enough, baseball. Yes, it is. It's gone. How about that one? That hung up there. I thought that was surely going to be down. I thought that was surely going to be caught in left field, but it were not. 360 feet for Joe Gordon. Let's have a look at that one again. Big arcing shot. Just 96 off the bat, so I didn't think it was deep enough, but it does get out. And I forget what year Fenway Park I chose for the Red Sox. So obviously you see the beginnings of the Green Monster with the higher see-through fence there. Hey, Todd B., welcome in. Almost did the Indians tonight, but I didn't know you'd be around, so... Said they would have had more signups, so that class had to use APA. maybe the economics class will figure out how to show how Richmond, how to conduct business properly, including, yeah, I know it's baseball focused economics, but wouldn't it be nice how to save a business and have good customer service? All right, anyhow, here's Phil Rizzuto. That's enough slamming. The pitch, the 1-2. Phil Rizzuto, big swing and a miss. Smokey Joe Wood that time pulling the string. That's strikeout number 5. And here's Babe Ruth, nothing for 1. The payoff pitch to Ruth. Base is empty. Ruth swings, and this a majestic shot to left. And there's no doubt about that one. Ruth, an opposite field home run in Babe Ruth style. 368 feet and a big arcing shot, and the New York Yankees jump out to a 3-0 lead in the top of the third, and that's going to make Mr. Dwayne Martz happy at least. Let's have a look at that shot by the Bambino. Again, just 96 off the bat, and this one high. So almost in the same place that Joe Gordon parked it. All right, so the Bambino, there he goes. All right. The Yankee Clipper, nothing for 1. So the Yankees so far, 3 runs on 3 hits. Smokey Joe deals. DiMaggio swings. This one, slow hoppered short. A little bit of a hesitation there at short by Johnny Pesky, but makes the hard peg in time to get the Yankee Clipper. So 2 away for the catcher, Bill Dickey. Dickey 1 for 1. Here is the wind and the pitch. Dickey swinging on the first pitch. Slow roller to second, and this time it's Bobby Doerr with a little bit more alacrity getting the ball to first for the 4-3 putout. But the Yankees pick up 3 runs on 2 hits, a Joe Gordon shot and a Babe Ruth shot. And we go to the bottom of the third, the Yankees 3 and the Red Sox nothing. It'll be Bill Kerrigan, Dom DiMaggio, and Smokey Joe Wood. Jack Cheesebro right now with just 1 strikeout. And the scoreboard will tell you the rest. The 0-2 pitch to Wild Bill Kerrigan, and Kerrigan swings right through the fadeaway pitch there. So second strikeout by Cheesebro, and here's center fielder Dom DiMaggio. And always, because I'm a nice guy, there's Aaron Reed. For those anybody interested, and I'm sure many are. Our Red Sox fan is doing football on his channel, so I figured since he was doing football, it was fair game to go ahead and do baseball. So, for those of you that love both sports, and back and forth, baseball and football. All right, so Dom DiMaggio now. Cheesebro deals the payoff pitch to DiMaggio. He swings, and this one a hard grounder to second, and plenty of time for Joe Gordon, arranging just a bit to his right to retire Dom DiMaggio. And here's Smokey Joe Wood. Wood, after that hand injury, he slipped and hurt his pitching hand, reinvented himself into a very, very fine position player. One of those stories about what could have been. I'm so tempted to actually feature Smokey Joe, but I'm guessing most of you know enough about him, but I'm sure we find a nice little anecdote. All right. The 1-2 pitch now to Smokey Joe Wood. Swing and a miss. So side retired. Boston once again does not even pose a minimal threat. Brings up Roger Maris, Lou Gehrig, and our player of note tonight will be Red Rolf. Roger Maris, nothing for one. Smokey Joe deals. Maris swings. High fly ball, center field, coming in quickly on this ball and making the catch is Dom DiMaggio. So 1 up, 1 down now for Flash Gordon. Red Rolf waits on deck, and I should probably get the book ready, but I'll get it there. The big pile of baseball books right next to my chair. It's sheer joy. All right. Here's the 1-2 pitch to the Iron Horse. Gehrig swings and misses, this time on a curveball. All right, now we give a pause. Everybody that comes to our channel, I would say our channel, because we built it. We're 12 subscribers, I think, away from 400. So that's pretty nice. Just because that means we get more members of the family. So tonight's reading is from the Holy Book of the Biographical Encyclopedia of Baseball by the editors of Total Baseball. I'm sure they were all Total editors. I'm sure Ken knows some of these guys. These are some big baseball names that did Total Baseball. This was kind of like a volume that came out after Total Baseball eclipsed the Macmillan book, and this is much better than the Macmillan Encyclopedia in all ways, Total Baseball. And this thing is nice because it goes beyond the stats. So let's get to Red Rolf, a guy that I've heard nobody talk about. Any of the Yankees fans or anything here, and I know we have so many Red Sox fans. Not doing this to piss off the Red Sox fans, but because the Yankees fans, I never hear them talk about their guys. So, Ken, I'm really, as I'm looking for Red Rolf, I'm really, really excited about playing dead ball baseball. As soon as I can figure out how to make the damn teams, I'm going to be happy. All right, so here we go, gents. Sit back, relax. All right, Red Rolf. His real name was, well, this is a strange, okay, Robert Abial Rolf. All right. He was born on October 17th in 1908 in Pennacook, New Hampshire, and died July 8th, 1969 in Guilford, New Hampshire. Made his major league debut June 29th, 1931 with the Yankees. He batted left through right, 5'11 and a half, 170 pounds. Some players are much greater than their statistics show. You had to see Yankees third baseman Red Rolf to fully appreciate his accomplishments. He was the third baseman on 6 pennant winners, batting ahead of the likes of Joe DiMaggio, Lou Gehrig, and Bill Dickey. He said, "The luckiest thing I ever did was sign with the Yankees. When you're with really great players, they pull you along," said the modest third baseman. But opponents felt the Yankees were lucky to have Rolf. Philadelphia Athletics manager Connie Mack said, "You know, they talk all about the other fellows in that team, but I noticed the man who hurts us when it counts is the third baseman. There is a real team player. You might get him out 3 times, but then he'll come up there where it means the ball game, and sure as anything, he's going to knock those runs in. Or, if the Yankees need that one big play in the field, they usually get it at third base." Red Rolf played shortstop at Dartmouth, smart guy, huh, at university where he graduated in 1931 with a degree in English. "I really wanted to be a newspaper man," he explained. "While I was still a Yankee, I wrote a baseball column which had too much inside dope. I'm afraid for President Ed Barrow told me to cease and desist. Yankee scout White Ties McCann. Now, there's a nice name. I like that. White Ties McCann signed Rolfe for a large bonus, and manager Joe McCarthy let Rolfe pinch run for New York in a 1931 game. Rolfe was then farmed out to Albany in New York for the next 3 years. He came back to New York in 1934 and was gradually converted into a third baseman. So Rolfe led the league with 15 triples and hit .319 in 1936. On June 11th, 1936, he hit 3 homers and a double in one game. That year, 6 Yankees batted at least .300, and Rolfe went to the first of his 6 World Series. He hit .400 with 5 runs and 4 RBI to help his team defeat the crosstown Giants 4-2. Selected to the Sporting News All-Star teams from 1937 through 1939, Rolfe led the American League in runs, hits, and doubles in 1939. He was often at his best in the World Series. He batted better than .300 in the 1936, 37, 41, and 42 Fall Classics. Following bouts with ulcers and other ailments, Rolfe retired after the 1942 season at age 35. Joe McCarthy said of his number 2 hitter, Rolfe was a real ball player, sick or well. And I'm going to make an editorial comment here. The things I've read about Joe McCarthy, McCarthy wasn't quick with praise. In fact, he was called a very unsentimental man. And with McCarthy's advent, McCarthy didn't like Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, of course, going off and having to do the dog and pony show in 1936. But Joe McCarthy, nonetheless, a great manager, managed the Cubs, managed the Yankees. And that is indeed stratospheric praise coming from Joe McCarthy. All right. Rolfe coached baseball at Yale from 1943 through 1947, and in 1947, he also coached for the Toronto Huskies of the Basketball Association of America. He spent that summer coaching the Yankees, and later that year became supervisor of scouting for the Tigers. He ascended to farm director in 1948. In 1949, he was named manager of the Tigers and immediately turned the team into contenders. I had to crack the whip when I took over in Detroit. Putting it bluntly, I inherited a complacent ball club. Few players were in the habit of going all out, Rolfe remembered. He also helped George Kell, Hall of Famer, lift his average by recommending he change his stance. The team won 95 games in 1950 but finished second to the Yankees. Rolfe was named manager of the year, but the Tigers finished last in 1952 and Rolfe was fired. In 1954, he became Dartmouth's athletic director and remained at the college until 1967. Just before his death in 1969, Dartmouth renamed its varsity ball field Red Rolfe Field. That same year, the Yankees named Red Rolfe the team's all-time third baseman. What a great story. I always knew he was a damn fine ball player, but nice to learn a little bit more about him. 1,175 games, 4,827 at-bats, 942 career runs scored, 1,394 hits, 69 career home runs, 497 runs batted in, an on-base percentage of .360, slugging average of .413, and a lifetime batting average of .289. And yes, if you see that picture of Red Rolfe in this biographical encyclopedia of baseball, there's a really uncanny resemblance to Robert Redford. And the reason I bring that up, of course, Redford playing for the New York Knights, albeit in the National League. But remember when I first saw the movie, I'm like, geez, he looks like Red Rolfe. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed that read-up. And usually our player of note does well at some point in the game. So let's see how Red does. All right, 0 for 1. Smart guy, huh? Went to Dartmouth, coached at Yale. Jeez. Joe Wood deals. Here's the payoff pitch to Red Rolfe. Red Rolfe takes inside for ball 4. So runner on. And there's Bernie. So Ken Castro says, excellent. He's been to Dartmouth Ball Yard many times. And, of course, you would have known that it was named after. I call him the great Red Rolfe. I mean, for the Yankees to call him their all-time greatest third baseman, I know there's some Yankees fans that might grouse at that. But look at the numbers. And just as the article said, sometimes the stats don't tell everything, and that is true. All right, here's Jack Cheeseborough. Rolfe on board. Decent speed. Will steal the occasional base, but 2 down. Payoff pitch. Cheeseborough swings and a miss, and that is strike 3. The Yankees leave a runner. We go to the bottom of the fourth, and it's still New York 3, Boston nothing. We're back at the top of the order now for Bernie's Boston 9, Jimmy Collins, Johnny Pesky, and some guy named Ted Williams. Cheesebro ready to deal to Collins. Jimmy swings in the first pitch. This one high to left field. And so endeth the no-hitter. Here endeth the lesson, as the Anglicans would say. Going full yard here. Jimmy Collins, 356 feet over what will become the Green Monster. Let's have a look at Jimmy's shot here. Now, Ken, I should also tell you, as we're seeing lots of home runs in this game, that I normalized this to 1930. Feel free, I'll show you how to do it once I get the game to you. You can set this to any, but I thought it would be just fun to set it for a high offense here. I was tempted to do 1968 for low offense, but it's 1930. This is not an anomaly in out-of-the-park baseball, so everything is adjusting to that. So more home runs, more extra base hits just for giggles. All right, here's Johnny Pesky, nothing for one. So the Boston Red Sox break up the no-hitter in a big way, thanks to Jimmy Collins, the dead baller, going yard. Cheesebro with a 2-0 delivery now to Johnny Pesky, and Pesky swings this one. Hard hit into center field, but not enough distance. Pulling that one down is the Yankee Clipper. So one away for the Splendid Splinter, who's nothing for one. Cheesebro winds and fires. Here's the 0-2 to Williams. Williams swings, and this one, if it's fair, it's trouble. And it is hitting the track and off the wall in center field. And Williams will pull in with a 1-out double. So Boston mounting an attack with one down here in the bottom of the fourth and one in. Williams in scoring position for the first baseman, Buck Freeman, who was nothing for one. What season do you think you should normalize? Your league ERA is about 3.75. So I guess 10, what I would say is, again, if you're looking more station-to-station baseball, you probably want to get back closer. But, I mean, if you still want some power, I would say maybe like 1921, 2021. 1920 is a good, right, that's the transition year, the beginning of the live ball, but you still have some small ball tactics. But I just set it at 1930. You could set this to anything you want. So, Aaron Reed says, is Splendid Splinter and a Yankee Clipper, what's next? Well, if anybody knows Buck Freeman, does Buck Freeman have a nickname? Let's see. No, he's just Buck Freeman, so. All right, here we go. Well, we have Joe Flash Gordon. Swing and a miss. Fastball from Jack Cheesebro. That is strikeout number 4. And here's Jackie Jensen. Red Sox fans should know about Jackie Jensen. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And Jensen takes outside. Now with 2 down, the Red Sox, the pre-expansion Red Sox with 2 on. Threatening here, and here's Bobby Doerr. Bobby Doerr, nothing for one. Cheesebro deals. Bobby Doerr looks at ball 4. And the Boston Red Sox load him up. And it brings up Wild Bill Kerrigan, nothing for one. Kerrigan, teammate and sometime enemy of the great Tris Speaker. No place to put him. The 2-2 pitch. Kerrigan, comebacker to the mound. Cheesebro's going to get out of this one in the 1-3 put out. The Red Sox load him up. They get a run. Could have gotten more. We go to the top of the 5th. The New York Yankees 3. The Boston Red Sox 1. The Yankees will send up the top of their order Joe Gordon, Phil Rizzuto, and Babe Ruth. So, Flash, you saved every one of us. Oh, my God. So, Bernie, you picked up the 19th Century Encyclopedia. You are going to love that book. You're going to love that book. And that's going to be one that's going to be, that's a lifetime reference right there. David Nemec. I love everything he does. He does it with such a passion and whatever, just passion, love for the game. Some nights, every once in a while, guys, I've been thinking about this, and James Riley's Encyclopedia of the Negro Leagues is sitting next to me, and because I watched Bingo Long Traveling All Stars and Motor Kings the other night, I love that movie to death. Every once in a while, even though he might not be playing on one of these teams, we're going to feature a Negro Leaguer. If you don't have that book, we're going to stop and do a mini. Who gives a damn? We're going to do a mini Beatles book review, and I promise to have a webcam up so that I can start doing proper book reviews. This is the Biographical Encyclopedia of the Negro Baseball Leagues, foreword by Monty Irvin, and this is written by James A. Riley. I have the edition. It's beautiful, full cover, very sort of Art Deco look to it, with Satch on the cover, and some other players here. So just a little bit about it. So this covers the years 1872 through 1950. It's the careers of more than 4,000 players. Pretty nice. Ba, 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 ba. So this guy has just to give you his credits here really quickly. So he's not just some piker or ham and egger. He's a feature writer for The Diamond, the official chronicle of Major League Baseball, and Old Time Baseball News. He has written an all-time All-Stars of Black Baseball, Dandy Day, and The Devil, a trilogy of biographies of Ray Dandridge, great player, Leon Day, and Willie Devil Wells. Willie Wells was a great player. Buck Leonard, in his own words, Buck Leonard was called the White Lou Gehrig, or the Black Lou Gehrig, I'm sorry. And that will appear. That game should already be out. He was also an editor of the Macmillan Baseball Encyclopedia, and he has contributed to many other baseball anthologies. So for those of you who are wondering how large this book is, it clocks in at 925 pages. It gives a nice biography. So if you're expecting an encyclopedia that's going to be like Total Baseball, you're not going to get that. Rather, you're going to basically get just some years, some stats, but basically you're going to get a write-up about the player. And so looking here, for instance, at Alejandro Pumbes, nice page and a half write-up on him. It's a double column set-out book. There's some pictures in the book you can go through. They're pretty nice, and I'm sorry about those dogs with the people downstairs. Some excellent photos. The sad thing, of course, but hopefully as we keep moving forward and we find more information, you're going to notice if you get this book that a lot of the players, the only thing here would be the player's last name, but James Riley does his best to try to do write-ups of everybody that he can. It's a brilliant book. I would go so far as to call it, I know, who the hell am I? This would probably be the definitive resource for Negro League Baseball in terms of book form. I love it. It's not cheap. This is not something that you're going to be able to pick up for $6 on eBay like a lot of the other books, but it was $39.95, and for $39.95, even at full price, you were getting just something that's just priceless. So that's my mini book review for tonight. Well written, nice binding, good hardcover, good, nice typeset. Everything with this book, I really like it. Would have loved to see, sometimes I will say this about James Riley's writing, and I think this because he's doing an encyclopedia. So unlike the biographical encyclopedia of baseball, you're not going to get a lot of the anecdotes in the same way, like the Dave Bancroft one that I do have to reread to you guys because you never heard it. It's hilarious. So what he's doing is trying, with this book more than the biographical encyclopedia, is trying to incorporate the players' important seasonal stats throughout the article. And so it's written more as you would expect in an encyclopedia. But it's by no means boring. It's a brilliant research book. And I would say just as much as David Nemec's great Encyclopedia of 19th Century Baseball is the source as far as books for 19th century baseball, so too for the biographical encyclopedia of the Negro Baseball Leagues. And you can find it on eBay, guys. All right, so there you go. All right, back to game action, and here's Joe Gordon. Smokey Joe Wood with the 2-2 pitch to Gordon. Gordon swing and a miss. Fastball there. So Smokey Joe Wood has fanned 8, and Walter Johnson said that nobody throws harder than Smokey Joe Wood. And in 1912, that was probably true. Here's the scooter, Phil Rizzuto, 0-2. 1-0 delivery, bases empty, 1 down. Rizzuto swings. This one, a roller to third base. And Jimmy Collins making the high throw onto first. And pulling it down is Buck Freeman for this 5-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down now for Babe Ruth, who has a solo homer in this game. The 1-2 pitch to the Sultan of SWAT. Ruth, big swing and a miss. The Yankees go in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The New York Yankees 3, the Boston Red Sox 1. In this APA pre-expansion bats roster provided by Cousin Ken Castro. Dom DiMaggio, Smokey Joe Wood, and Jimmy Collins due up for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 5th. Cheesebro deals. Here's the 3-1 pitch to DiMaggio. And Dom takes just inside and low for ball 4. So Cheesebro has walked 3 to accompany his 4 strikeouts. Here's Smokey Joe. Corners in, looking bunt, but Smokey Joe is a pretty damn fine hitter. Here's the pitch, and he is showing bunt. This one bunted back of the mound. The only place will be to first. Sacrifice complete. Dom DiMaggio now on second for the Red Sox. 1 away as we go back to the top of the order. Jimmy Collins homered his last time up. The 1-2 pitch to Jimmy. Collins swings, and this one high into the gap in right field. Back, and this one's out of here. Jimmy Collins with 2 home runs in the game, and the Red Sox tie it up here in the bottom of the 5th at Fenway, 3-3. Again, sparse crowd here for this exhibition game. In fact, let's see, what date are we here? Yeah, it's January 1st, so actually you're not going to ever see a game probably in January 1st at Fenway Park. Everyone freezing their arses off, but in attendance today, how many do we have here? Yes, we have 298 here at Fenway Park. All right, again, still fine-tuning the league. Here's Johnny Pesky, 0-2. 3-3 is your score. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Johnny Pesky. And that one in there for us. D-right 3. That's number 5 for Jack Cheesebro. That time coming with a fastball. So 2 down for Ted Williams, 1-2 in the game. Here's the 1-2 pitch to the splendid Splinter. Williams swings, and this one line to short, and Phil Rizzuto making a good pick right out of the air. However, the Red Sox pick up 2 runs on 1 hit, and that was that home run by Jimmy Collins. And they have tied it up. We go to the top of the 6th. The Yankees 3 and the Red Sox 3 bring up Joe DiMaggio, Bill Dickey, and Roger Maris. Smokey Joe Wood has fanned 9. We got us a whole new ball game. He's walked 3. Yankee Clipper, 0-2. Here's the 1-2, the windup, and the pitch to DiMaggio. And DiMaggio sends this one high and deep to left. And this is what you get when you set it to 1930. This is a round tripper, and the the Boston Red Sox lead is short-lived. It is now 4-3 Yankees. DiMaggio, the tail of the tape on that one, baseball fans, 372 feet. And let's have a look. 95 off the bat of the Yankee Clipper, out toward the Pennzoil sign. Hitters looking at that as just a big old target. So apparently no Sitco yet in whatever year this is for Fenway. I'll have to look. All right, 4-3 Yanks. We got us a pretty good ball game here. A lot of runs. And it brings up Bill Dickey. Again, guys, this is normalized to 1930. 0-2 pitch. And it's Smokey Joe Wood dropping the hammer that time for his 10th strikeout. So again, you can adjust to any, just like you can in Action PC Baseball, and the game will play accordingly. All right, here is the other half of the M&M boys. And just realize that Mickey Mantle is not in tonight's lineup. Mickey Mantle, I think, in there against lefties. So no Mick tonight. All right, Maris, right. And on the 2-2 pitch, fastball by Smokey Joe Wood, and that is strikeout number 11. So Smokey Joe Wood doing everything he can to keep these Yankee bats quiet after that home run. The Iron Horse, 0-1. The 2-2 pitch to Gehrig. And Gehrig Swing and a miss, strike out, but New York Yankees pick up another run. It's 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. Hope you're enjoying this game, guys. I know I'm having fun bringing it to you. And let's start it off here with Buck Freeman, followed by Jackie Jensen and Bobby Doerr. Jack Cheesebro with the 0-2 pitch to Freeman. Struck out his last time up, and he will repeat the same feat again. And once again, Jack Cheesebro living on a good combination of change-up fastball and dropping that curve in there occasionally. Cheesebro's picked up strikeout number 6. Jackie Jensen, nothing for 1. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cheesebro looking over there in the dugout to Smokey Joe Wood and saying, I know you're great, but I'm in the Hall of Fame and I can do what you're doing too. Strikeout number 7 for him. He's got 4 more to try to catch Smokey Joe. Here's Bobby Doerr now, nothing for 1. The 2-2 pitch now to the Red Sox. Second baseman, and Bobby Doerr comes up empty. So the Boston Red Sox go in order. We head to the top of the 7th. And it's still 4-3 in favor of the Bronx Bombers over these Boston Americans. And it will be our player of note, Red Rolfe, followed by Jack Cheesebro in the top of the order, and Joe Gordon. So Rolfe, nothing for 1. He has a walk in this game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Rolfe swings, and will this get down for a base hit? It will, just over second base. So there we go, our player of note doing something productive here. Dom DiMaggio playing it on a hop out there in center field, and Rolfe is aboard for Jack Cheesebro. Of course, Boston looking bunt. Here's the pitch. Cheesebro shows bunt, gets this one down in front of the plate, and it's a good one. Kerrigan pounces on it, fires on to Buck Freeman. Cheesebro's retired. We're back at the top of the order now for Joe Flash Gordon. Red Rolfe now in scoring position. The Yankees threatening once again. Smokey Joe Wood with 12 strikeouts facing Joe Gordon, who is 1 for 3, including that 2-run homer. Here's the pitch. Gordon swings, and here we go. High fly ball, left field, and I can hear Cousin Ken. I'm not going to play this game in 1930. 2-run shot by Joe Gordon, 415 foot, and it's 6-3 Yankees, but I'm telling you what, I don't think any lead is safe in this game. Let's have a look. So again, Ken, we can, if you want, we can experiment with different years, and again, a 1-game sample, certainly not enough. And there she blows, and this time nowhere near. This one right over the Gem Razor Blade sign. All right. Here's the scooter. Now, if Rizzuto goes yard, yikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch to the scooter. Rizzuto, swing and a miss on a fastball. Strikeout number 13 for Smokey Joe Wood. And it's always tough to watch a pitcher, right? He's fan 13 and he's down 3 runs. Here's Babe Ruth, solo homer in this game. The payoff pitch to the Bambino. Ruth strikes out, and he struck out twice in this game. So the Yankees, though, putting a hurting here, putting 2 more on the board here in the 7th. 6-3 as we're in the 7th inning stretch. Average pitch speed. Saw this in baseball discussion. Despise this crap. There's no discourse at all. George Herman Ruth could never keep up with today's standards as a player, pitcher, bat. That's bullshit. That is utter bullshit. Average pitch speed was 70 miles per hour, little to no movement compared. Bullshit. Who? Really? Really? Even the greats from the 90s would struggle. This is bullshit. Oh my God. Hey, Texags. So, all right, look, I'll grant that in the dead ball era, pitchers, because home runs weren't a thing, pitchers weren't bearing down all the time. Different ball game. But this shit, where people talk about these guys, right, about Wagner, about Cobb, oh, they're not as good as today's players. By what metric, right? My contention is this, and I know somebody's going to argue it, but I don't care. This is something I'm going to change my mind about, right? They didn't understand, as we do today, kinesiology, proper nutrition, proper conditioning. These were raw talent. And you know what? They talk about Babe Ruth even as a hitter. Okay, so let's take this example for a minute to shoot down the shit at least about the hitting. Then we can go back to the pitching. Okay, so as a hitter, Babe Ruth hits 714 career home runs. Okay, why did it take until 1974 for that record to break? It's not like there were no sluggers. Rogers Hornsby was a threat. Jimmy Fox, a serious threat. Mel Lott, Willie Mays, Mickey Mantle. So there, that should put that. Now, as far as the pitching, why did Babe Ruth's scoreless innings in a World Series, why did that stand for decades? For decades, right? It wasn't broken by, Carl Hubble, Lefty Grove. So he was great for his time, and Babe Ruth, great for his time, all time. I'm just. Are players better today? I would say players are better today because they had proper conditioning, right? These guys, a lot of them, until you started getting into the 40s and 50s, and the efforts of Bob Feller to start getting better pensions for ball players. You went home, you dug ditches, you were Gavi Kravitz in the offseason was a lawyer, a judge. Rube Marquardt, same thing. You dug ditches, you worked in the steel mills, you were whatever you were doing. You didn't have the off season. Some guys barnstormed just to stay. So these guys, bullshit, man. So, yeah, dude on Facebook, wanker on Facebook, who doesn't know that anybody existed prior to Derek Jeter or anybody existed prior to Mariano Rivera, and I'm not knocking those players. But I'm tired of people knocking players pre-1930. I'm just sick of it. Just tells me you don't know shit about baseball and you ought to read a little bit. And I know somebody's going to make a comment. There is one person that comes in here and will say blah, 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 blah. I don't care. Bullshit, man. Tell me. I want, because I've had this argument. Sorry, Ken's got me on a rant, but we're in the bottom of the seventh. I've heard this argument. Babe Ruth wouldn't be able to hit a single out of the infield these days. Do you guys remember the did you guys remember the All-Star game where Cooperstown brought Babe Ruth's bat? And they had some of the big guys, the big sluggers, trying to swing Ruth's bat. They couldn't even, they're like, holy shit, I can barely pick it up. Ruth was a fantastic pitcher, would have made the Hall of Fame. His record shows it. So here's a man who, in his time, and one of the criteria for the Baseball Hall of Fame is to be a dominant player in your time, right? So even the Hall of Fame would say, dude, you're full of shit, right? So you're talking about a pitcher who, had he continued pitching, would have been as dominant as Mathewson, and was as Johnson, as Alexander, Walsh, Plank, Waddell. Ruth was that good. Ruth was that good. So the Beatles, they're in better shape than those players. Now these players might be in better shape, but look, yeah, exactly. So there you go. Rant over. But I'm glad that Cousin Ken gets me fired up about that stuff. I really am. I still say you give Ty Cobb, I said rant over, you give Ty Cobb with that raw talent, you give him proper conditioning, you give Hannes Wagner proper conditioning, all that kind of stuff. Talent is talent. Talent is talent. That's like, you know what? That's like saying, today's musicians are better than Bach and Beethoven. Come on. Stop. Just stop. Yeah, they don't pitch. That's what Dwayne, thank you. Thank you. Dwayne Mort says that's because they don't pitch today, they just throw. They do. And what is it? It's getting that fastball in the high 90s. 100 miles an hour. Nothing wrong with it. But, these guys in the dead ball, man, they were placing their pitches, letting the infield do the work for them. Babe Ruth came along, people had to bear down, but Many players, not just Babe Ruth, but many players made the successful transition from dead ball into live ball. So those arguments are utter bullshit. It's not like these guys stopped playing in the dead ball era. It's not like the silent movies, right? It's like all of a sudden the talkies came in, and how many actors and actresses, right, their careers ended because of the talkies. That didn't happen in baseball. You had George Sisler, who was still amazing in the live ball era, and he was a star in both. So, wankers, I'm done. All right, that's not knocking modern baseball, but come on. All right, Jack Cheesebro deals to Wild Bill Kerrigan. Kerrigan pops this one on the infield, and calling for it and making the catch is Red Rolf. So, one up, one down. You know, and then there are the gentlemen guys who will never be able to measure the true greatness, except for Steve Tate's great file for Action PC Baseball for Negro Leaguers. I've heard people make the argument, well, Josh Gibson didn't always hit against the best teams. No, he didn't, but sometimes he did. And what if Josh Gibson had played Major League Baseball? Maybe Babe Ruth wouldn't have been the all-time home run king. Maybe it would have been Josh Gibson. But Ruth could also pitch. And many of the Negro League players were, as you guys know, man, they were multi-position players. As if you watch that Bingo Long movie, right? So Tony Burton, who's, of course, you'd recognize from the Rocky movies, he has a kind of small part in that. And he goes out to Billy D. Williams' character, who's clearly based on Satch. And he says, look, you know, man, I'm going to come in and relieve you if you can't get this next batter. And that would happen. The catcher would come in and be the relief pitcher. And it's a shame that we'll never truly know, except for Steve Tate's fine work, just to get an idea of how the Negro League players would have done, except for the great scouting report from Joe DiMaggio, and you guys know about this one. So DiMaggio is playing for the San Francisco Seals in the Pacific Coast League. Off-season, whatever, so they would play Negro League teams. And I believe they were playing, it was either the Rays, Crawfords, or Monarchs. I can't remember which Negro League team it was. Joe DiMaggio, the scout says, goes 1 for 4 against Satch. He's ready for the majors. What does that tell you? So, again, there's that one channel on here that I don't go to anymore that I sat to and listen. Doesn't count, it's in the dead ball era. Bafangustunad. And Ken knows what I just said there. Jack Cheesebro deals. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Dom DiMaggio. And DiMaggio lines this one to right field, and Roger Maris will reel that big old fish in for out number 2. And we're going to see a pitcher now, so pinch hitter now. Smokey Joe Wood's day is done. Billy Goodman will come in to pinch hit for the Red Sox. Cheesebro deals with 2 down. The 3-1 pitch to Billy Goodman. Goodman takes outside, ball 4. Cheesebro gives up his 4th free pass of the game. San Francisco Seals. It says your dad got a walk-on offer to try out with him after the war. The San Francisco Seals, the quality of play, Ken, I don't have to tell you. The quality of play that you found in the Pacific Coast League, San Francisco Seals, there's a couple great players that came out of there. Those guys, that was a minor league, that was a major league, the Pacific Coast League, you know? Ken says, glad he didn't go, I wouldn't be here. We're happy about that too. But your dad, so he didn't go, because what would be cool, I met somebody on here. He said, yeah, my dad played a little bit of minor league ball. We looked him up in Out of the Park Baseball and found him. It was so cool. I can't remember the person that used to come into the channel, but we found his dad here in Out of the Park Baseball on a minor league team. Gave me the year, looked up the guy, there he was. It was so cool. All right, here is Jimmy Collins now. Collins, can he get 3 home runs in this game? Long fly ball to right. This one will stay in the park. Roger Maris will make the catch. Let's go to the top of the 8th inning, and the Yankees still holding a 6-3 lead. It'll be Joe DiMaggio, Bill Dickey, and Roger Maris. Mel Parnell will come in now, the lefty for the Boston Red Sox. Parnell with the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. And this one grounded to short, glove deep at short. Nice play there by Johnny Pesky, making a strong peg to Buck Freeman in first. 1 up, 1 down now, and Parnell to face the catcher, Bill Dickey, who is 1 for 3. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Dickey. And Bill Dickey swings inside outs this one to center field, and ranging to his right and making the catch is Dom DiMaggio. So 2 up, 2 down now for Roger Maris. Maris, nothing for 3. The 1-2 delivery to Maris. We probably won't see the Mick in this game. Maris takes a call to strike 3. So Mel Parnell gets it done. No runs, no hits, no errors. We head to the bottom of the 8th. The Red Sox have a little bit of work to do, down 3. It'll be Johnny Pesky, Ted Williams, and Buck Freeman. Here's the pitch. 1-2 pitch. Johnny Pesky goes down swinging. Cheesebro issues K number 9. Here's Ted Williams, 1 for 3. These Boston fans would love to see the Splendid Splinter go yard here. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Williams. And Williams grounded out last time, and this one lines one up the middle for a base hit. Williams couldn't have thrown that one in a better spot. Making the wide turn at first, he will hold. Brings up Buck Freeman now. Buck Freeman wearing the collar, 0 for 3. The 1-2 pitch now to Freeman. And Freeman is plunked. Freeman is plunked, and the tying run comes to the plate for the Boston Red Sox, who is coming off the bench for the Pale Hose. It will be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Pete Runnels. All right. Swing of the bat. Can Runnels do it? Let's look at his real life stats here. So Runnels, 49 career home runs. So clearly, so his best season in terms of homers, season high, 10 of them in 1962. All right. Let's see what happens here. So 2 down, 1 on, bottom of the 8th. The Yankees lead 6-3, but the Red Sox with a chance to tie it up. I'm just curious, who's sitting on the Boston bench here? Do we have any power? So, not really. Not a lot of power. I don't know. I would have probably, not necessarily power-wise, but I would have brought in Vern Stevens rather than Pete Runnels. But I'm not doing any intervention in these games. Cheesebro deals. Here's the pitch. Runnels swings, hard ground to the third, and they will not turn 2 though. So Gordon gets put on his arse by Buck Freeman. Runners at first and third, 2 down for Bobby Doerr. Pete Runnels at first, Ted Williams at third. Runnels aboard thanks to the fielder's choice. Cheesebro from the stretch and the pitch. Bobby Doerr dribbles this one down to first. Fielded cleanly by Lou Gehrig, who tosses on to first for the final out of the innings. So the Red Sox had a chance to tie it up, and that chance goes by the board. We go to the top of the 9th, and we will see a pinch hitter. Push him up, Tony Lazzeri. So Mel Parnell stays on in relief. He's worked an inning, struck out a batter. The payoff pitch now to Lazzeri. Lazzeri swing and a miss. Mel Parnell gets him with the slider, so second strikeout for Parnell. And it brings up our player of note, Red Rolfe, who was 1 for 2, singled his last time up. The 1-0 delivery to Rolfe. Rolfe swings and lined, and a diving stop at third by Jimmy Collins. What a great play at the hot corner for Boston. That one is extra bases if Jimmy Collins doesn't make this play. Nice play there. All right, Collins trying his best to keep his Red Sox in it. When we go to the bottom of the 9th, we will see Kerrigan, DiMaggio, and perhaps a pinch hitter for Mel Parnell. All right, Jack Cheesebro will bat for himself, looking for the complete game win. 6-3. Payoff pitch, Cheesebro. Sacrifice bunt his last time, and swing and a miss. Swing batter. We go to the bottom of the 9th, and Bill Kerrigan will lead it off. Cheesebro has struck out 9, walked 4. leading 6-3 for the Yankees, 6-6-0. The Boston Red Sox 3-4-0. Cheesebro with the 1-0 delivery. Bill Kerrigan swings, high fly ball, left field. Will the park hold it? It will, short of the track, and making the catch is Babe Ruth. 1 up, 1 down now for Dom DiMaggio. Nothing from 2. Cheesebro working quickly. The 1-2 pitch. DiMaggio swings at this one. Cheesebro with 10 strikeouts. Nice changeup. Again, Cheesebro working mainly changeup and fastball in this game. Occasional screwball. And Frank Malzone will come on to pinch hit. It's down to him to get some miracle going here. 2-2 pitch. And that's it. Cheesebro gets him looking for strikeout number 11. The Yankees win this exhibition 6-3. No write-up. We'll just go over stats really, really quickly. So everybody's swinging the lumber a little bit here today. For the New York Yankees, Joe Gordon homered, as did Babe Ruth and Joe DiMaggio. For the Boston Red Sox, Jimmy Collins had 2 home runs in this game. We had no triples, sad to say. Jack Cheesebro gets the win. 9 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 walks, 11 strikeouts, gave up 2 homers. Smokey Joe Wood, 7 innings worked, 6 earned runs, 3 walks, 14 strikeouts, touched up for 4 home runs. Mel Parnell worked 2 in relief and struck out 3. Player of the game is Joe Gordon. And there you go. And we'll go back to our little home screen. I've got to take care of some housekeeping here. So, but there's what the league looks like, and ready to go. Hey, there's Legends Sports Universe. Legends, how's the league going? Again, work preventing me. So I last time I looked, my Bucks are like 2.5, or they were 2.5 out in the wild card race. I guess we're fading now. So, Ken, I'm gonna have to let you know. Ken, do you mind if I show you what's going on with that dead ball site before we sign off? Because I desperately want to play this game, and I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. SGJ Jamie, good to see you, man. Good to see you. So Ken says the wife is going on a girls' overnight trip for Christmas shopping. Oh, nice, this weekend. Got a gaming marathon planned, of course. All right, thank you, cuz. I appreciate it. For this, I don't know, Dwayne. I created this really for Cousin Ken, but I think it would be fun. I was kind of thinking maybe, but I'm also thinking maybe a tournament. I'm not really sure, because if we do McGreevy, I don't want another full season running, because I'm doing enough. I've got one running in 1949, as you know, in baseball for Windows. So I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm happy with this set at 1930 either. Maybe I'll set it to 1968 and see what the hell happens. Legend says, well, heading into the final weekend, Pirates are still alive. You'll leave it at that. Oh, I'll get back and watch it. Hey, Pib99, how you doing? Guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to have Cousin Ken, I'm going to bring up a website here, because I just ordered Dead Ball Baseball, which you can play any season in baseball. And I keep getting an error on this damn website. And so I'm going to see if Cousin Ken can show me what the hell I'm doing wrong. Okay? Because I'm getting the cards and dice bug big time. So I realize it's early, guys. It's only November. This is mainly going to be for Cousin Ken Castro. And Big Clue if he watches later. Remember, on Super Bowl Sunday, whatever. I'm not allowed to say that, I guess. The NFL has, so, like, they know who I am. So, as you guys know, every year I do something baseball related. And before I had this channel, I would read and watch some baseball movies, read some baseball books, do some research, whatever. But since starting this channel, for 3 of the 4 years or so this channel's been around, we've done something. So this year I'm going to try something insane. And it is going to be, maybe just take a quick time out for the Puppy Bowl, or I'll watch it on another screen. It's going to be a baseball marathon, with the help of Ernie Harwell and Mel Allen and Lon Simmons and Hank Greenwald and all those guys. It's going to be baseball from the beginning of, I guess, Super Bowl coverage starts about 11 or noon or something like that. I don't know. All the way up to the end of the game. So hopefully a couple of you will join. And if some of you aren't so excited about and it's your content creators and you want to tandem off, I think it'd be a lot of fun to just get community together on that day, because then, of course, that week after, pitchers and catchers report. So just to remind you, for the 2 or 3 of you that might be interested in just a day of baseball, baseball chat, baseball games, baseball book reviews, whatever, it's just going to be a day to celebrate baseball. So that being said, Ken, I'm going to bring up this bloody generator here because it's driving me nuts, man. Okay. Dead ball team generator. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Go to the one on the Sweet Hoss site. So there it is. Okay. So this is that. So guys, this is really, really cool. Every season up to 2020, going back to 1871. All right. So. Oh, I know that Ken will be there. All right. Let's select a year. And for Cousin Ken, let's select the 1950 Phillies Whiz Kids. Boink. Okay, so I've got the year. Yes. Are you asking me if I've played Pocket Pennant Run? Yes. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, Legends, if you just give me like 10 minutes here so Ken can walk me through this. Yes. I'll definitely jump off because that way I can catch a game of yours. How's that sound? All right, so select the team. Of course, it's going to be the Philadelphia Phillies. Okay. And yeah, maybe it doesn't like the Chrome browser. I don't know. Okay. Check. Oh, you have to check all the boxes. I haven't been doing that. Okay. Check all the boxes. All right. Do I hit refresh at this point, or do I just... Oh, if this works, you guys will never see me again because I'm really excited about this. Okay, I've clicked all the boxes. And then I've got all my batters up here and all my pitchers down here. Okay. So copy and paste. Where am I going to copy and paste to? So I don't want to do add selected, Ken. Is that what I've been doing wrong? Okay, so I'm going to copy and paste. Do I put them into a Word file, or where do these go, buddy? 10 minutes to set up for the final week in the regular season. Okay, sounds great, Legends, man. I love, I love when we cooperate and stuff like that. It's so good, and I get to see what you're doing. Ken, where am I going to, or where am I going to paste these guys into, bud? Copy and mass. But I got 2 different windows. I don't think it's going to let me do that. Unless I do add selected and copy. Okay. Copy. Okay, so if I do add selected, I've got here, boom. Oh, wait, I have to copy everybody like this, right? Is this what you mean here? And I do this and they're over here. But it's going to keep doing delete on all these. See, this is where I think I'm screwing up, because if I do this, it's going to pick up all those. So, what am I doing wrong? Bloody fucking hell. Shit. Because I don't want to delete anybody. Although, why Eddie Wakis is on there twice is anybody's guess, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, so do the pitchers. Okay, so I'm going to select everybody on the 1950 squad. Add selected. Put them over there. Okay, so I've got all the batters up here selected, all the pitchers down here selected. Okay, and when I would do create team cards, that's when I get the error. Okay, now create team sheet. Okay, I wonder if it was because I didn't do these 3 boxes. Let's see. Nope. I keep getting this error exception trying to access array offset on value of type boolean view home sweet host public HTML resources. Yep. This is what I get every time. And look, I'll scroll down. That's all. It's just returning an error. And I read that you could do this on Acker's site, and I can't find anywhere to generate teams on Acker's site. I'll show you, and then we'll get off of here so that Legends can get rocking. Okay, so let me go. Well, let me here. I'll just do this real quick. So dead ball, baseball team creator, and see it says here that where the hell is it? Team generator file, which I downloaded and made no sense. I downloaded this from Board Game Geek, and it so how to pick, yeah, teams in dead ball and R. I don't even know. Okay, just for kicks, copy only 2 players. Okay, we'll do that. So what I should do is delete everybody but 2 players, I guess. Tell you what, let's do refresh. Clear it all out. Oh no, okay. So just copy 2 from over here. All right. So let's take Eddie Wakus and Granny Hamner. All right. So it's not letting me copy them. Son of a bitch. I'm lost. This for 1950 Dodgers selected all pitchers and hitters and selected create cards and you got them all. Yeah, and so Tex Ags, what I don't want to stay on too long. I don't want to be selfish. I want Legends to come on. What browser are you guys using? I wonder if it's the browser because I'm using Chrome, but it hates it. Maybe I'll try a different browser. I'll try Brave or something. So you followed those same steps I did. All right. Anyhow, I'll keep messing with it. Okay. I'm going to try Brave too. Actually, I'm going to bring up Brave right now and see if it'll work in Brave. Maybe it just doesn't. Maybe there's something, but it's working for you guys in Chrome. So I don't know what's going on here. Haha, except that I'm on here. Okay. Anyhow, dead ball. Yeah, dead. I'm hurrying, Legends. I promise. Dead ball. Player. Creator. And I don't know whether it's gonna do this or not. Let's see. Yeah, there's the dead ball tools, and that's the same thing. All right, so select year. Holy shit, let's make this a little larger. Okay, so select year. Just for shits and giggles, this time we'll try the 2015 Pirates. Let's put Pirates. Unless, I mean, I'm using a pop-up. Well, I don't think. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I don't know what the refresh does. Let's try that before I do this. Maybe that's it. Okay. Copy or select everybody. So shift, boom, add selected. Let's just see if I can do the team cards with the batters. Okay, this thing definitely hates me. I give up for the night. Yeah, it's not working for me. It must be my settings or something. Anyhow, look, guys, Legends is coming on next with a ball game. So I'm just going to play with this while I'm watching Legends because I'll be damned. I'm going to get this to work. And that's all there is to it. So I want to thank Tex Ags, Cousin Ken, the heart and soul of this channel, to Legend Sports Universe, who's doing all kinds of awesomeness. And who else do we have here? Todd B, Bernie Strom. Sorry about the Red Sox tonight, Bernie. They put up a good battle for a while. Pib99, thank you for coming in. Dwayne Martz, the streaming demon. Thank you, buddy. Aaron Reed. I'll get those seasons to you this weekend for action or for, baseball for Windows. Okay, Aaron. So I just need you to be patient. It's a lot of work. Okay. All right, guys. I'll see you at Legends Channel. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Dwayne. You went through hell with the ballparks. So, Well, no, 'cause what I'm trying to do, Ken, I don't want you to do some I just want to like do a shit ton of teams. So I don't want to put you to that kind of work, man. All right, guys. See you at Legends, and for those of you that are turning in early next time, see you around the batting cage. Tomorrow night, Friday night, let's try for a big old baseball chin wag unless Legends is starting his postseason. All right. Till the next time, guys. See you around the batting cage. And thanks, cousin, for trying to help me with this in Texags. All right. Good night, guys.